There's a virtual camera in Animate that you can use to enhance your animations. So for instance, around keyframe 75, I have on the screen, there's these two characters and they're playing checkers. So they're swapping the checkers and then there's a victory declared in this scene. And I want to zoom in on that checker area. So I'm going to use a virtual camera to do that. I could make everything bigger. It just is a lot to do. So the camera I have right here, it looks like a camera. But if you don't have that camera right here, there's three little buttons at the bottom of the toolbar. And then there's a camera right about here, and you can drag it to your toolbar. So it's just part of the toolbar. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on that camera, which adds its own layer. And right around 70, I want it to start zooming in on those checkers. So on my camera layer, I'm going to move to 70, focus in on what I'm going to be zooming in on. And I'm going to go ahead and insert a keyframe. It works very similarly to anything else that you're using. But then by 80, I want it to be zoomed in on those checkers. So on 80, I just moved my playhead. I could insert a keyframe, but if I zoom in on the checkers, it'll insert the keyframe for me. And now it's not on the checkers obviously, so I'm gonna move the camera a little bit, move the scene into, so this blue bounding box right here is where the camera is, and I can zoom in a little bit more on that checkers scene, move that up, zoom in a little bit more if I need to. But now I zoomed in, so it's like a cut shot right now, and I can zoom in on everything in that checkerboard. And then I might want to zoom out. So I'm gonna, after this is over, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out. So I'm gonna insert a keyframe and zoom back out. I need to keep repositioning my screen, so I'm just dragging this in the direction I need to drag it. And too far, too far. And I have this cut shot, and it brings me back to the characters. Now, it also works similarly to anything else, so I can go ahead and create a classic tween on both of these two keyframes, so it slowly zooms in and slowly zooms out. It's probably too much. I need to leave time to see the checkerboard, but I can see what's happening there with the checkerboard, and I can use the camera. So I would probably add, let's copy and paste the frames. So that way, between 80 and 90, I can see the checkers move now, and then it goes back. So I just stopped that a little bit. Let's play this. Still too fast. I'd want to slow that down. It makes me a little dizzy, but that's how you can use a camera for zoom.